Hello, welcome to today's video. It's a little bit different than normal because what I'm going to do today is literally just talk over a FIFA 20 gameplay of Aston Villa versus Chelsea in the FA Cup final. But I'm actually going to explain what I found with this 10-hour trial period. I'm going to say at least what is good, what is bad, and what is terrible, but to be honest, I'm just going to kick it right off. It's not brilliant at all. They've barely done any improvements. The only thing I can see a noticeable change in this whole thing is touches. I mean, you'll see throughout the gameplay that there are some cool touches in there, but apart from that, it's not worth sort of buying the game just for touches. Oh, and the free kick is changed again. The way you do free kicks and penalties. But I mean, apart from that, everything else is the same. In fact, all they've done is annoyed me further. They've made creative players only go to a height of 6'2", which doesn't make any sense whatsoever. There are players that actually play football that are much taller than that. I mean, me myself, I'm 6'5", and I really don't understand what this is all about. But nevertheless, they've done it to that height for whatever reason. I've tried to reach out to one of the EA help guys, but they haven't replied yet. So I don't know if I'll actually ever get a reply, but that needs to change. Other things about the game, they're really not realistic in career mode. They really don't care about career mode by the seams of it. It's been the same career mode for literal years. They just seem to have run out of ideas or stopped caring because they know that they're going to win every year, because PES is, in their eyes, nowhere near them. I mean, in a lot of other people's eyes, I mean, I'd love to be able to get into PES, but FIFA just has the graphics, the licenses. I mean, even if you do download your own kits and stuff, because I'm a PC gamer, so I can do that. It just still doesn't have the feel that FIFA has. And that's the worst thing. I feel PES is a bit clunky compared to FIFA, but that's the only thing FIFA has. But it's enough to get them over the line every year, so they don't care. They're like the monopoly of FIFA, basically, of the football brand, because there is no one else out there at all to even challenge. But yeah, it's really fucking annoying, to be honest. Why have a game that doesn't, or why have developers that just don't care, that they keep replenishing different people in the office that clearly don't care, just happy for the promotion, to have this crap go on? And it's just awful. I'm just ranting now. What I actually wanted to do is go over a couple of comments from my other video, why the FIFA 20 demo is awful, and just see what you guys have said. So obviously there's a top comment saying that the game developers gave up years ago, and to be honest, it's a joke that there's still people that will pay 50-60 quid for a game that really hasn't changed since FIFA 14 or FIFA 15 other than improved graphics. And I mean, even at this point in the game, how much has it improved since FIFA 19, FIFA 18, like in graphics wise? Has it actually improved? I don't really think so. I think it's stayed the same. And I honestly, maybe there's been a slight thing. Maybe we're being slightly too harsh now. Maybe there's been a very slight change in graphic since 18, but it's not going to be noticeable unless you play them constantly. There's other things on here about the team Chelsea, saying that EA just does not like Chelsea, and considering their overalls and rating this season in this game, I completely agree. I think they haven't liked Chelsea for a while, and now that Hazard's gone, they're just going to consider them a really shit team. I mean, half the overalls on this game are wrong to start with. Like, Hudson-Odoi is probably going to be a first team player. I just want to put out there, I'm not a Chelsea fan, but I'm just, the way he's been played and the media's bigged him up, and what Lampard has said about him, it does sort of interpret that he's going to be a first team player. So, you know, he should be a lot higher than the overall he currently is, which I think is 72. I can't remember off the top of my head. But like the only decent player on the whole Chelsea side in FIFA's eyes is Kante. Because I mean, even Kepa went down in overall. Because I'm pretty sure he was 85 or 86 or whatever he was. But now he's 84. And I mean, even in recent times, he's pushing De Gea out of the Spanish national team. So I don't know what's going on there. Let's go through some other comments. Obviously, one of them saying this is the worst FIFA ever. Well, we'll have to wait and see about everyone what they say. But I think FIFA is just the worst at the moment. And I actually really like playing games like this. I like being like a team and playing like an actual general football game. But when it's the way it is, it's not fun. It really isn't. FIFA lost a lot of fun. I don't know if you guys will remember. They used to have little extras. Like I know it's stupid extras, but they used to have extras every time you made a pass. It made like some weird funny sound, or like you had like the lounge mode where you could actually play with your friends. It was actually inviting to get. But this house rules is a bit similar to it, but it's nowhere near what lounge mode was. I think if they brought back like sort of lounge mode, that would have been a nice addition, but they probably just thought no one played it. So it's a shame really. It was like a whole league. You can do it all basically in a party. But oh well. The other comments I've been getting is people do agree with me. The player runs make absolutely no sense on this game. Sometimes they get it right. I'm not gonna keep shitting on them. Sometimes they get it right, but at least 80% of the time they get it wrong. And the AI itself just doesn't know what to do, and it's really frustrating when you're trying to go through on goal and it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So there's that to it. You've also got other people saying that they expect the FIFA's like difficulty level. It should be more and more realistic and harder to score. But I found in this FIFA, especially playing it, it's actually a lot easier to score against keepers. You probably won't see it in this game because I played appalling, but I generally found it quite easier to score against keepers. And I mean, especially one-on-one. I know they did something with the one-on-one, but it really wasn't great. And it just seemed like I could score every time, no matter what it was. And yeah, it was really bad, really bad. And even taking away skills and stuff and making it harder to do skills in game. I mean, you do see a few players like Neymar and just basically Neymar doing skills in the game, and it works out for them. Like uses a combination of skills, but the fact that they've made it really hard to do a combination of skills, it's kind of bad. It's kind of bad. They shouldn't really be doing that. They should just let it be like on FIFA 11, where you could just do as many skills as you like if you can remember them, because that's the point of learning them, right? You learn them to get better at the game with 5-star skillers. But yeah, I feel like they've done nothing with it at all. Absolutely nothing. The other thing I wanted to touch on was voter mode. People were saying that it's a skill mode game, or you use skills in the game mode. It should be just used as that. Now, I don't necessarily disagree with that, but at the same time, there's almost like no reward for using skill in the game like that. Like when you had FIFA Street, you had a reward, like you skill a certain amount of players to build up your like shoot meter, so you can get like the power shot and score like a instant goal, unless the keeper miraculously saved it, which sometimes happened. But like on this one, like I don't know, it's just really awful to use skills, and there's no like real need to use skills. I played a couple of voter game modes online and I was winning like 8-2. It was like there was no real, I don't know, reward for it. It just felt like an arcadey sort of game, and I don't know, it just seemed really crap. And it's something I would never, if I do get FIFA 20, it's something that I would never touch again. But yeah, the things they have to work on for me really out this whole game is career mode, especially like doing little things go a long way. Like if you make it so you can be subbed on halfway through a game, like if you're a goalkeeper who likes to be like a goalkeeper on career mode, and you just get bored in goal easily. So I suggest they make it so each team has more shots on goal, just to see what would happen. So you actually put under pressure, or at least do more as a goalkeeper, because there's not a lot you can do in goal apart from like tell the AI to pass it somewhere, which is quite unrealistic because you're not going to shout to your striker to cross it into your left wing, because in the stadium they're not going to hear you. There's no way they'll hear you. You may be able to get away with it if you like shout at the top of your lungs in Sunday League football, but they're not going to do it in a stadium, are they? So there's that to look at. I mean, there's a lot of points to point out. Career mode in general, as a player, is boring and dull. I remember when FIFA used to have like different objectives, like you can work up, be loyal to the club, and get captaincy. You know, get signed from get transfer offers from other teams, and it will say like what role you would play in the club, like key role, or be a captain or favourite player. But there's nothing like that anymore, and I think it's basically just killed the fun out of FIFA. Like there's a little bit of fun, but there's nowhere near as much as there should be, especially for a game of this caliber. I mean, I get you got your realistic fans, but this game is not 100% realistic, or nowhere near close to a realistic match. In fact, if it doesn't change soon, I actually see EA losing money from this eventually. I know they've still got like kids buying Ultimate Team packs, but soon that'll be going, because eventually it'll be voted out as gambling. So where are they going to get their money from? They have to invest somewhere else. They actually have to make a decent game. I mean, another improvement we can do is pro clubs especially. I would love to see pro clubs have the ability to edit your AI players, not ability wise and not like attributes and all that, but just rename them, change their hairstyles, make it your player, change their height, and make the attributes like change like that. So like if you make them taller, they obviously get a bit slower but a bit more strong. Like I'd love to see that. I think that'd be a brilliant addition, because then it'd be your pro club. It'd be like everything, because not everyone has 11 friends. So it'd be really nice to add. It'd be really nice to add, as well as extra like kit features, like maybe being able to train with your squad. That'd be lovely. But there's so many things they can do with pro clubs. Like even make like a pro club like proper league. Like even with like esports and stuff, they can go in so hard with that if they just made it better and more people would be on the game mode. Because right now it's really boring to play. So there's that to that as well. But I think I've covered everything in this video. If there's anything I haven't covered or I've completely forgot to mention, because that will happen, please comment it and I will try and make another video on this. I don't really want to keep playing FIFA anymore, but yeah, just let me know. Cheers for subscribing, cheers for liking and commenting. Keep talking about it, and I will do my best to get you all involved. Cheers.